One of my reading plans for the new year in 2026 is to read more contemporary novels. I have a lot of contemporary novels right here, right now. And my plan is to read one contemporary novel a month, regardless of how I feel, regardless of whether I'm feeling like I want to read this other thing, I want to read fantasy, I want to read sci-fi, or I want to read romance. I'm going to read one contemporary book along with any other book that I'm going to read for that month. The books that I'm going to talk about are in no particular order. First up, Smash It by Francina Simone. I'm long overdue to read The Black Flamingo by Dean Atta. I got another Dean Atta novel. I was not expecting this to be in verse. I thought this was going to be in prose, but I'm looking forward to reading this. It is only on the weekends. I have these two Emery Lee books, Café con Lychee and Meet Cute Diary. Long overdue to be read. I am looking forward to reading these. Canto, Contigo and Ander and Santi Were Here by Jonny Garza via Radio Silence. I need to read this. This I will make my first Alice Osman book before I start Heartstopper and the other books in the Heartstopper universe. I don't know what universe to call it. I don't know if it's to call it the Osmoverse or something. I don't know, but this is the first book I'm gonna read. I think this was her first published work. Icebreaker by A.L. Graziadei. I believe it's like a sports romance kind of thing. It's kind of sports romance, contemporary. I'm looking forward to reading Kings of Bmore. This one I'm definitely looking forward to reading. Pritty by Keith F. Millar Jr. This book is long overdue. Hurricane Child by Kacen Callender. I have not read a Kacen Callender book yet, and I need to read Kacen Callender down bad. Like, I've accumulated quite a few Kacen Callender books, and then there's still some other Kacen Callender books that are missing from what I want. This looks like a sweet kind of like middle grade coming of age story. I think I started reading the first few pages. It was such a poetically written story so far, and I don't really love poetry, but like I don't really like poetic prose, but the writing was starting off real beautiful in here. I'm ready to get into the next Elizabeth Acevedo book that I need. Clap When You Land. Anger is a Gift by Mark Oshiro. I've wanted to read this for so long. I should have been read this. She gotta get read in 2026, period. This book, I've had this for a very long time. Songs About Boys by Brian Patrick Davis. I need to read this. How It All Blew Up by Arvin Ahmadi. Darius the Great Is Not Okay. I have to read this. This is long overdue. And then it also has a sequel to it. So I kind of want to read that sequel as well. I was supposed to read this like, I think 5-6 years ago, full disclosure, by Kamryn Garrett. For All Time by Shanna Miles. I am looking forward to reading this. I do like a good time jumping, time skipping, time messing with time story. I don't know if this would be considered contemporary because there's another book that's dealing with time that's also kind of contemporary, so I don't know if this would count, if that book didn't count. The Other Black Girl by Zakiya Dalila Harris. I definitely want to watch the Hulu adaptation of it. I don't know if I should count this as within the contemporary realm because it's also, from my understanding, it's also a thriller. I definitely want to finally get to this and see what everybody was talking about because people have mixed feelings about it. Some people are like, it was a good book, and some people are like, ah. And also kind of in that similar vein, I feel like this is kind of complimentary to The Other Black Girl, Black Buck, by Mateo Ascariapor. I'm looking forward to this so bad. I started reading I think the first few pages in this, and I loved the character voice in the story. I liked where it was going. I loved the energy of the story. I was really getting into it. So I'm looking forward to reading this. This is also satirical, so I don't know if it really counts in the contemporary. Long Division by Kiesi Lemon. This is another time jumping, time skipping. It's giving a very contemporary vibe, and it's also two different, I don't know, it's like the same story but in different ways. So there's this side, and then there's this side where it's upside down, and you turn the book over and the story's this way, and then when you turn it over, it is this way. But I don't know if this counts in the contemporary vibe because this is kind of sci-fi-y, or at least magical realism. And this too, Yesterday is History by Kasoko Jackson. I definitely want to read this, but it's also kind of in a kind of sci-fi if not sci-fi, magical realism kind of space. I'm thinking maybe I should do like a marathon kind of series where I just read books about time, books about characters going through time. That might be a project. This might be a part of my 2026 project, is to read these 3 books. Although this is probably falling in the sci-fi speculative space genre era. It's like an alternate world where white people don't exist anymore. I'm already getting a lot of questions coming up in my head about like what can possibly happen in the story with this kind of premise of white people being gone and then all of the people of color just inhabiting the world. What is gonna happen?